Am I audible?
Yeah, greetings to all the panelists present over here and my fellow panelists. I'm Harshvardhan Rawal, the Scrum Master of the team Tech Squad, and I am excited to present our project, which is nothing but a global digital bank. Our team collaborated to build a secure, scalable, and intelligent banking system as part of the Talenciaglobal LCPR program. Before dividing into the solution, let's first look at the problem we are set to out to solve it. Right. In today's world, traditional banking still struggles with several challenges. Most operations are paperwork. They are heavy. They are not up to the mark. They are slow. They are leading to long delays and customer frustration. Customers rarely get real-time updates of their balance, which causes confusion and poor financial decisions. Now, transparency. What is the main agenda of this project? Transparency. Transparency lacks. Customers don't always see detailed logs, and administration face difficulty in auditing. And looking onto the security remains a big concern over here because none other than any of the bank accounts. Security still remains the biggest concern. Weak handling of passwords and pins, and no strong lockout systems make accounts vulnerable. And finally, most small-scale banking systems or demos relies on flat files, which is the biggest concern. Because of these issues, customers lose trust and bank face fraud risk and inefficiencies. This is where our project, Global Digital Bank, comes in. We aim to design a system that is secure, transparent, and future-ready while still being simple enough for everyday use. Now my teammate will continue.
Thank you, Harshvardhan, for the brief introduction. Can you go to the slide 3? Yeah. Now, to explain how a bank works in real life, let's take an example of 3 people. Ramesh Kumar, who's 35 years old and an employee. Priya Sharma, who is 28 years old, a businesswoman. And Arjun Mehta, who is 20 years old, a student. Yeah, Harshvardhan, can I move to the next slide? Let's begin with Ramesh Kumar, a salaried employee. Like most of us, needs a simple and safe place to manage his money. He opens a savings account, deposits his monthly salary, and later withdraws some cash for daily expenses. What matters here is that the balance updates instantly and every single action is logged in the system. Let's demonstrate how our bank handles the basics of account creation, deposit, withdrawals, and transparent transaction logging. Now my teammate will execute it and show it. Here we can see the account has been successfully created. The account number is 2019. Now he'll deposit some money. But to deposit, we'll need a PIN. Since we have not yet created a PIN, we'll have to create a PIN first and then again deposit the money. There it shows the pen is incorrect or error. Hence, we have to create a pen in the first place and then do the deposit or withdrawal. This helps us to set two-layered security where the user should have proper credentials such as username and password. And the second layer is the PIN. Now the PIN has been set, so we'll go with the deposit. As we can see here, for every transaction done by the user, they should go through the two layers of security. Here, amount 200 has been deposited and the initial balance, which was 20,000, has been incremented to 20,200 rupees. Now he'll do the withdrawal. Yeah, amount 200 has been withdrawn successfully. So now let's go with the next set of operations which we have implemented in our project. Yeah. Now, meet Priya Sharma, a young businesswoman who needs more flexibility for her work. She opens a current account with a larger deposit and later receives a fund transfer from Ramesh. Her balance updates immediately, showing that our system is built for smooth, real-time transfers. By supporting different account types and recording every transaction in database, we ensure both convenience and security for business customers like Priya. Now my teammate will execute these operations. Now let's create an account. Priya Sharma. Yeah. Now the account has been created with the initial deposit money 50,000. Now Ramesh will transfer money to Priya. Here, amount 3,000 has been successfully transferred from Ramesh to Priya's account. Ramesh's account number was 2019 and Priya's account number is 2020. Now let's go to the next customer, Arjun Mehta. Arjun Mehta, a 20-year-old college student. He is young and enthusiastic. He opens a savings account to start managing his pocket money. But when he applies for a loan, our system rejects the request because, according to our rules, a customer must be at least. This demonstrates how our system enforces banking policy and discipline and security.
As you can see, now I'll continue. Since we have mentioned before that age should be at least 21 for loan acceptability. Since you can see, we have created a user whose name is Arjun Mehta, and he is currently 20 years old. So, undertaking the security features of our project, we have maintained the criteria of a real banking system, where for loan eligibility it should be 21, and for account creativity it should be 18.
Now let's also take an example of a person who is eligible to take loan. Account 2019 is an account of Ramesh, which was initially created.
Hello. Yeah, am I audible? Sorry for the voice breakage. Now we are creating a fixed deposit of Priya Sharma. As you can see here,
Sorry for the disturbance. Sorry for the disturbance. I'll take over
sorry
from
for
now.
the disturbance.
Now, let's talk about a fixed deposit and the EMI planning. Now, let's go back for a Priya Sharma, a 28 years old businesswoman who invests her business savings after business savings in fixed deposit for secure returns. Now, let's talk. After managing her day-to-day transactions, she wants to plan for the future. She creates a fixed deposits of 20,000 at the rate of 6% for 3 years. The system instantly calculates a maturity amount and a maturity date. This shows how our bank helps customers invest safely. Priya also checks her loan repayment plan using our EMI calculator. With just principal rate and tenure as inputs, the system calculates our EMI and the total repayment of one. This is extremely useful for customers to decide if a loan is affordable before applying. So through fixed deposits and EMI, we demonstrate how our system is not just about daily banking, but also about long-term financial planning. Now, my teammate will execute and show that.
So see, as you can see here, the security features, we have not created the pin for this. So it's clearly mentioning us that the pin is incorrect or error. So we'll just take a moment to create the pin for the account user Priya. As you can see, the pin has been created. Now we can try creating FD for this one.
So
We are just showing that another user, which if his age is accurate, is eligible for loan. Since you can see here, the base annual rate and the eligibility is given here, up to which amount is eligible. Now we'll create a FD for the account. Priya.
it is actually for information after the searching. That one is the credit subsidiary or we staff insurance you can see now we can see that which one is coming about. So same way we can refund that so right don't have any close number so we will further we can also rename the from that instruction we can rename share that as any other
Now, FD has created in the ID of 2 maturity amount of 11,236 like 1 lakh 11,23,600 rupees on the date with the timestamps. Now let's move on to the transaction in history and analytics. Ashwa, the next slide. So every financial system needs a transparency. For Ramesh, we can view his entire transaction history, deposits, and withdrawals, transfers. All are listed with the timestamps. This ensures that there is no confusion, no disputes. Every action leaves a trace in our database. From the admin side, we also provide analytics like average balance across all accounts. Like the manager is at the end of the month, the manager checks the balance across all the accounts to understand the customer's financial health, and he also checks for the youngest and oldest account for their banking procedures. And it is useful also for demographics. The top N accounts by balance to identify the VIP customers. Like the VIP customers may have a large amount of deposits. So, in short, transaction history builds trust for customers, and analytics provides insight for the bank's management. Now, we'll look on to it. We'll go for the Ramesh account and we'll view his transaction history. Yeah, we can see in every stage we have to use security levels. We have to go through it. Now you can see the transaction history of the Ramesh accounts, which we have deposited and withdrawn, and we have created, deposited, and withdrawn. Now transfer history has been shown. Next, we will go for the average balance across all the accounts to understand the customer's financial health. It's from the admin side. And the average balance across accounts is 12,09,456.52. It's for the average accounts of the all accounts in the bank. Now let's move on to top N accounts by the balance. Let's go for youngest and oldest account holders. Next, moving on to the database design. The database is the bank's memory. Our database design helps us to understand the basic structure of the project. It shows how accounts, transaction, and advanced features like FDs and transfers are connected. This structure ensures the system is organized, reliable, and easy to scale. Thank you. Next, my team member will take over. Sure.
Features which has been added in our project, like simple interest. We would like to execute it and show. Here we can see for the account simple interest for the account 2019, which is Ramesh, the simple interest is calculated as well as the time duration. Now let's check the credit scores, which is very important for a loan, for getting loan from the banks. Yeah, for this account, we can see that the credit score is 532. Now we have also integrated a new feature, which is the database, where we can run the queries and get the output.
Thank you. I'll take over. Now, as you can see, that the biggest like plus point of this project is that it is having a secure database. You can run actual queries and you can get the data over here. Because of the limited time, we have already run few queries, and as you can see here, we have selected account number, name, and age account type. It is already showing 2013 Ramesh Kumar savings account, right? It is showing all the accounts, all the queries we run over here. And it is showing the transaction details, the transaction ID, order time, and everything. This is the biggest plus point of our project. We have implemented the integrated database into it. So everything is up to the mark and secure. Now another feature we have added over here is EMI calculator. So, as you can see here, we have added X amount of principal amount, and we have annual rate at 10%. We have kept it for 6 years, and you can see here that 1,850 rupees over 72 months total payable amount. It is also showing that. Now we can even list all the fixed deposits. As you can see, everywhere there is a security layer which ensures the security of the transactions. So as you can see here, it's listing all the FD accounts, fixed deposit accounts by username Priya. It is showing with amount, the percentage rate, and the maturity amount, maturity IDs, everything. Now, and I will again one more time like to show the SQL database which we have created. As you can see here, we have inputted one query and showing the output like Nandan Nayak, Kalyan Kumar, Varaha, Urmila, etc. So this is the biggest plus point which we have integrated. Now, coming on to the future enhancements, my teammate will continue.
Thank you, Harshvardhan. Now I would like to start by what are the techniques we have used in integrating our project. Python, which helps us the system clean, organized, easier to maintain by splitting the features into separate modules. Now SQLite database, provides reliable and secure storage of accounts and transactions with real-time updates, bicrypt hashing, which secures passwords and pins, storing encrypted values.
I think I am not audible. Okay, I'll take over. So we have done we have feature enhancement, nothing but Python fast API backend. Right, we have a Swagger API which automates everything. We have SQL Alchemy ORM. Right, we have decided to do the web mobile frontend and also. Right, now coming to the code structure of our project. Now first we'll hop on to main.py. This is the entry point of our project. It runs the command line interface where users interact with the bank. The key responsibilities of this file are displays the menu options, creates, deposit, withdraw, transfer. As you can see over here, the code is here. And calls the banking services, class functions, when the user chooses an action. Now takes input from the user, name, age, etc. Right, and it handles login and PIN verification for secure operations. This is the key responsibilities of main.py. Now let's hop on to account.py. This is the core data model of the project. It defines what an account is and what it can do. Just a second, let me show you the code. Yeah. So key responsibilities which it handles. Stores account info, account number, name, age type, balance status, username, password, and PIN. Contains the rules like minimum balance for savings, which is 500 we have kept, and the current is 1,000. Functions for deposit, amount adds money with validation, withdrawal, removes money with validation. That's a security pins we have added. And set passwords. It can check passwords with the use of Bancrypt, which we have integrated into this. Now support serialization to dictate or from dictate, convert current objects to DB rows and back. Now we'll hop on to banking.services py. As you can see the code. Now this is the main branch of the system. It provides all banking operations and connect accounts with storage. Key responsibilities initialized with this file is. It is initialized by loading accounts from database via file manager, which we have created over here. I'll just show you later. And manages account life cycle. Creates accounts, validates, deposits, username and password. Transfer moves money between two accounts with checks. Implements daily transaction policies, max 5 per day. Deposit withdrawal limits. And wraps analytics and features. Average balance, youngest, oldest, top end accounts. Handles admin operations, rename account, and it can delete the account, export the account to accounts.py. In short, banking.services is equal to service layer by logic of the bank. Now, the purpose of file, let me show you the file manager.py. This is the database layer of the project. It maintains saving, loading, and logging of the data. Key responsibilities associated with this are set up the SQLite database, bank.db, in the data folder, which we have created over here. As you can see, the bank.db is created in the data folder. Now, load accounts, fetches account from database, and builds account objects. Now, a few features which we have not implemented it. Again, I would like to show the SQL queries which we have implemented. It is completely integrated with the bank database which we have created. Every input gives the correct output. As you can see over here, we have selected timestamp, account number, action, and it is giving the output. Now we can even rename account holder. We can count the active accounts. So it was Ramesh. Now we can just keep it as Mahesh. So as you can see over here, the name has changed to Mahesh. And we can list all the active accounts. And we can see over here. So total active accounts are 23. Now this is the accounts.csv, which we have created. The transaction log, we have account.csv bank database. We have migrate.csv for the migration which we have done. With Global Digital Bank, we have shown how banking can be simple, secure, and smart. This is just the beginning of where we can take it.
Okay, due to network issues, my teammate is not able to continue. I would like to conclude that this project, not only since we have always practiced the traditional banking systems, now it's time to change. And we would like to. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, this projects will with more security and the people can always transact easily, and also the future enhancements will always help us build a more integrate AIs into this bank, and it will lead the banking industries. Thank you.
Hello.
The panelist presents here. If you have any questions, we'll answer.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Sure, then it was nice presentation.
Yeah.
I have some
Thank you.
questions.
Yeah.
How secure is Bicrypt you have mentioned, right?
Yeah. Following your question, Bankcrypt is an industry standard for password hashing and resists rainbow tables and brute force attacks, which is very necessary for the growing banking system. We also use lockers for repeated failed attempts.
Okay. You have used SQLite, right?
Yeah.
Why not Postgres?
Yeah, because the SQLite is lightweight and great for demo and single machine persistence, right? And for production, we would migrate to Postgres or MySQL for concurrency backup and scale. For the scaling purpose and because of the lightweight structure of SQLite, we have used it.
Okay, man. Thank you. Thank you. I think we are finished with some questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The loan key is 21 QA. Why is that age of the loan is 21?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
No, why is that you're given the loan age as 21? Why is that?
Okay. So we have tried to implement the
Hello.
layman's banking system, right? So because in outside the bank also a
Vikas.
person is eligible
Namke.
only up to 21 years of age. We have kept that exception, right? So that's why you can see here that if the age is below 21, it is showing an error that loan cannot be awarded.
Yeah.
See, as you can see over here, that we have requested a loan amount for user Arjun. He's 20 years old, and it is showing that false. It show exception that he should be at least 21 for loan.
So here, all